Hello everybody, this is Johnny S with another Johnny S vlog. Today we're going to talk about road regulations. It's a topic that I have mentioned before, but I did want to do it a little bit more clear, a little bit more chilled down and not be on the road, because there's a couple of things that I want to mention. And as time passes, obviously I am rethinking some things, let's say, based on previous past current experiences, and wanted to share my thoughts, what I think, at least up to this point, what I have seen, and perhaps how we should approach, the whole road, behaviors and what people do. So I've got a couple of points. I'll try to go through them. As you can see, I've got a different background today. We're going again into spaceship sort of a thingy. I have been trying quite a bit to play around with the chroma key, but it's not working as it should. So you might see the outline, I can't get it very good, and also there's a delay on when the CPU is actually trying to via AI, sort of, let's say, software-ish, remove the background. So if I do any setup movements, you will see a little bit of my outline. Again, like I said, I'm not professional, I don't have the fucking studio, so anyway, it is going to be a little bit again another one of these controversial issues. It's going to be a little bit possibly aggressive. And I just wanted to get a little bit my thoughts around regulations, and this is coming from somebody that I have driven in different circumstances in different countries. I've driven in Greece, I've driven in Australia, I had a car, and I have driven a bike, but I do not have a bike in Australia. I've driven in Georgia, I've driven in Italy, I've driven in Italy a bike in Italy, so I know I've driven around, and as far as experiences with vehicles, I have driven all type of vehicles, from bikes, from scooters, from big bikes, small bikes, cars, professional cars, trucks, big trucks, vans, little trucks, whatever. And this video is not for me to pretend that I don't make mistakes, or not to pretend that I don't go silly many times also, but in generalities we're going to speak. I'm going to start straight away by saying that the way that I see myself and the way other people in my circle have seen me, whether that is my wife, whether that is a friend of mine, whether some people have seen me, I do not drive like most drives in Greece. And what do I mean by that? Which to me comes naturally, and it is not the way that I drive in Greece. It's the way that I've always driven since a young kid, and I'm having some thoughts. I'm trying to understand why it's like that, and possibly hint something to somebody, and they can reflect and have a look in their own life whether it is like that or not. I'll try to keep the video short. I don't want to go overboard. Like I said, I've got a couple of notes. I'll try to go through them quickly. I think one of the reasons why I drive the way that I drive is because when I go inside the car, my mind, let's say, is not drifting around in random things. That could be one. Like I said, I'm not the guru. I don't have the answers to all the questions. It's just what I possibly think might be happening. I'm more focused on where I want to go, not overly rushing it, not overly relaxed, not there's a lot of traffic, yeah, fuck it, let's watch a video on my phone. Just focused. I'm always focused, and I don't know why that is, and to me it's so simple and silly that I don't understand how other people cannot do it. How can you not be focused when you get in the car? Like on you getting to where you want to go. I don't understand it. Is it? And I don't think, like I said again, it's got to do with an outside, let's say, parameter. I think it's got to do with yourself and the way that you have disciplined, let's say, or the way that you have educated yourself to behave. One of the examples, when I drive on the road, and we're talking about cars now, okay, when I drive on the road, I stay between the lanes. There has not been a single time that I've driven, even when I'm tired at night, and other people have commented on it. They said, John, you always keep your lines. And they comment on it as if, how are you doing it? Don't you get tired? No, I don't get tired. I look at the fucking goddamn road. Okay, I'm used to where my car is centered, and I just keep it there. I don't cut corners. I don't go too much to the left. I don't go too much to the right. I'm just right in the fucking middle, continuously looking at my back mirror, paying attention if somebody wants to pass, like a bike. So I am totally aware, and so I'm not extreme, because some people think that, you know, I might be extreme. I'm always like that, but let's say that I'm not always like that. I will say 90% of the time. No way less than 90% of the time. I'm always like that. There's never been a circumstance where I'm not focused. There's not been a circumstance when I don't know what the fuck is going behind me. I'm looking continuously at all my fucking mirrors. I'm looking continuously like that. It can be 3 hour, 4 hour, 5 hour. If I do get tired at some point of time, I stop on the fucking side. I don't drive if I can't drive. You know what I mean? I don't drive if I don't do it like that. And this is not, again, coming by me, because I was curious and I was asking other people, when you see me drive, how do I drive? Hey, you drive good, you know what I mean? When have I done this? No, not really. I've never seen you do it. Have I done this? Have I done that? And I'm looking at other fucking people doing it all the fucking time. Looking at them from the outside, looking at them from a car, looking at another car, from a bike, looking at another car, and being with them in the fucking car. Almost all the fucking people that have been in the cars, they don't drive like that. And I'm talking about Greece, Australia, overseas, all the fucking people. They drive fucking moronic. They're not paying attention. And I don't know where this is stemming from. Not paying attention on the fucking road. It's got nothing to do with the regulations. It's got nothing to do how strict the laws are. It's got nothing to do with that. It's just got to do with you. You know what I mean? It's got to do with you. And I don't think that people learn by force. I've been to countries, like I said, where the rules are a little bit more relaxed. I've been to countries where they're much more strict, like in Australia, and I've seen fucking people go spastic in either one of these ways. And the things that I'm talking about is not really related 100% to speeding, let's say, you know what I mean? Even, like I said, keeping your line, swerving left and right, not swerving outside of your lane, just say you're within your lane and just doing that. You're not going to get a ticket even on the strict countries, you know what I mean? But again, you're driving like a fucking idiot. So it's got nothing to do really with the regulations, with speeding, with going extreme, you know what I mean? People are not fucking paying attention. They're not fucking focused, you know what I mean? And I don't know how the fuck you educate people, but with force, it's not a solution. You can start cutting fines. You can start doing this. You can start doing that. I think people need to realize by themselves, and they need to take initiative on that, to just fucking pay attention and focus on the road. I know that it's a routine. I know that you might do it every day. I know that you might, just consider it as like a robotic thing, but there's no autopilot here, guys. I'm sorry, there's no auto fucking pilot, you know what I mean? And you gotta realize these things. And I was thinking, could it be maybe that I had a teacher when I got my license and he told me some things that maybe other people did not have this teacher? No, nobody told me this shit. My teacher was just one dumb fuck. He was a nosy guy, and he was just like, yeah, take a turn here, I'll do it like that. It's just the usual teacher, nothing strange. And the teacher that I had to do some lessons in Greece as well, just a typical thing. The guy saw that I could drive, you know what I mean? Again, same thing. So I'm presuming, and at different stages of my life, at different, let's say, different years, you know what I mean? So it's not like I got my license like a long time ago and the things were like different and now they're different. No, I got my license in Australia a long time ago, then I came to Greece 2005, I got my license again here. Like, what the fuck, you know what I mean? It's got to do with me. When I get in the car, I'm fucking conscious, and I've said this million fucking times. People are not fucking conscious. People have become fucking brain dead, you know what I mean? Like, wake the fuck up, guys. Please, wake the fuck up. You're going to hurt yourself, you're going to hurt others, you're going to become a fucking idiot on the road. Focus on the goddamn road. When you're driving, you're fucking driving. You're there to go to your destination, not to cause problems, not to cause issues. You don't own the road. You're not there to prove that you're fast or that you're all that, you know what I mean? Don't be a fucking idiot. Don't showcase your skills to your girl, so because like pretend you got a big dick and shit. No, just fucking drive, man. Just fucking drive. Don't start focusing on your phone, on your things, messaging, whatever. Hold the fucking steering wheel and drive. And drive, that's it. And pay attention. And the extra time that you might have, that you might think, but this is boring and stuff, try to pay attention on things that other people might do wrong, so that you can correct your actions and become even more safer. You gotta do this at any point of time. I see people in the car and they're going fucking spastic. Another guy was fucking talking to himself because he's got problems. People have stress, people have problems. You can't carry that shit on the fucking road. You know what I mean? You can't fucking carry that shit on the fucking road. You gotta be respectful. There's a couple of things which are not, how can I say it? They're not, they should be, let me say it differently, there's a couple of base principles that I don't understand how people have not learned them, and people not have learned these is really worrisome, and it's an indication that something is not going right in their lives. And it's not the driving component. This is going to carry over to your house, to your relationships, to your whatever you want to call them, you know what I mean? It's going to affect other areas. One of the things is being conscious. Being conscious. When you're there, be present in the fucking moment. Of course your mind you might think of something. Let's say you have an afternoon thing to do, you might think about it, but don't overly think about it. Don't overly think about it. You can't just keep on driving and just zone out and black out and not remember the fucking trip. You gotta be there. So that is consciousness, and that is not only on the driving. That is conscious on your relationship, conscious on your house, with your kids, conscious on your job, conscious everywhere. If you don't do it in the car, then how the fuck do you switch it on and off? To me, I'm guessing that you might also not be doing it in other aspects of your life, and that's gonna cause you problems. So number one is being fucking cautious. Okay. Number two is being, how can I say, is being focused on what you're doing. You know what I mean? You might be a person that is like multitasking. You might be a person that is not a multitasking. Whatever. The most of your focus should be on the primary thing that you're doing. You know what I mean? And the other thing that I will say, which is a basic principle, is patience. No one has patience. Everybody's in a fucking rush. I never was like that. I never fucking rush, you know what I mean? And again, I'm not saying this just to say that I'm fucking awesome. No. If I can do it, anybody can do it. And that's not how the fuck people are not doing it. I'm never in a fucking rush unless there's, like I said, 90% of the times I'm not in a fucking rush. There's some few rare exceptions where I might need to go and get my child quickly because of a problem or something, and I will be more in a rush. Okay, I might be late at something and it's important, I might be in a rush, but even on those times I try to be even more focused on what I'm doing. So it doesn't mean because I'm on a rush that I'm less focused. No, I try to be more focused because I know that I'm going to go quicker. So I gotta be, if I'm 100%, I have to be 110% on the fucking road. You know what I mean? And if you are like that, then you will have no problem. You know what I mean? One of the things that I noticed in Georgia is people were driving a lot more fast, a lot more, how can I say, like they were in a rush, but the way that they were driving, they were a lot more focused also when they were driving, and there were less accidents. You know what I mean? Statistics wise, there's less accidents than comparison to Greece. Greeks have this notion where they just fucking zone out, they're bored in their car, not being conscious of what the fuck they're doing, you know what I mean? Understanding what can go wrong. If something goes wrong, you're driving a fucking vehicle, it's more than a ton of metal on the road, you can cause fucking issues. You don't rush, you don't pass the red lights, you don't do none of that shit. None of that shit. And the other biggest component is fucking patience. And I show patience, like I said, it's not only on the road, but I'm mentioning the road because this video I wanted to dedicate it for the fucking road, you know what I mean? Because I'm fucking tired of watching people. People almost fucking crashing. I've seen accidents all the time. There hasn't been a single fucking day that I don't see something passing as fast as they go. And my hope, let's say, is people seeing this, discussing it, triggering point, sharing this across, correct someone if you see them doing something wrong. I've been with friends in the car and I told them, don't do that, dude, please. Put your phone down, you know what I mean? Like, you want me to send a message for you? Put it down, we're fucking driving. Like, not to like fuck them up, but just in a nice way, you know what I mean? Don't do that, please. Put the phone down and be done with it. Anyway, I don't know why like that. And the patience is the biggest thing. I'll give just like a comparison point. In Australia, the buses, they come every 45 minutes. Okay, there has been times where I've been walking towards to get my bus, and I see the bus and just passed. Okay, I've sat for 40 minutes in a fucking bus stop, not pissed off, not like, just sat, relaxed, put some music if I have my things. Don't have that, open a book, open my bag, sit the fuck in the bus station for 40 minutes and just fucking sit there. When I came to Greece, I went again, same situation. I went to at the beginning I had no car, no truck. I took the transportation, the public transportation. I went to the car. If the bus was more than 3 to 5 minutes late, everybody simultaneously on the bus stop, where they might not have contact with each other, they started going like, some people might have commented, where's the bus, where's the bus, it's late. Another guy will have gone to the thing, look at the schedule, look at his watch, for 5 minutes, man. People are fucking in a rush continuously, and it's got nothing to do with like being a busy street. You know, I mean, I've lived in fucking center of Sydney, where business people were in like more of a quicker, let's say, mode. Okay, that's got nothing to do with it. It's just fucking patience. People have not learned the fucking to be patient. And when you are patient and that carries over to the road as well, you're going to realize that you're not going to be rushing a lot. You know what I mean? You're going to give others way, and not give way like to one guy and stop, give way, and then feel good about yourself and like an egotistical thing, and then just go fucking smash like all the rest of the trip. No, dude, go normal. Go normal. You know what I mean? And think about what the fuck you're doing. Think about what the fuck you're doing, you know what I mean? I've seen a guy that I was going behind him. Okay, we're on the left hand side lane, and there's a car that wants to turn this way. He stops, but he stops abruptly to let the other guy go. He stops, I press the brakes as well. Usually I keep distances also. That's another fucked up thing that I see people do. They fucking go like bump chums on top of each other. Like, what the fuck? I mean, keep your goddamn distance based on your speed. When you go faster, leave it a little bit more gradually, and then, you know, he lets him go. The other guy sees him, he goes like that, and there was a car coming this way, and he was going fucking fast, by the way. The guy comes there and fucking fucks him up, smacks him in the front of the fucking car. That turned into this fucking hectic accident. And I was thinking at that point, is it that guy's fault that he actually crashed, or is it the guy in front of me? The guy in front of me, it's not like a one-lane road where he just stopped and let him pass. He let him pass, but the other guy was like, thank you, and you fucked him. You fucked him. So don't try to be an overly good Samaritan. No, judge the fucking circumstance, you know what I mean? Or you want to let him go, stop and just put your hand up and just say, stop, okay, go, you know what I mean, if you want to help him. Understand what you're doing. Understand what you're doing. People are not fucking conscious. They're not conscious at what the like, totally. And I wanted to talk about, and I'm going to close it, I'm going to keep the video short. I wanted to talk about, as far as the road goes, that bikes are not cars. They're very different. Bikers are not going to do the silly shit that cars are doing on the road, you know what I mean? Because a biker, like I said, he is forced to be more focused. He cannot relax on the bike. He cannot be more like whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? He has to be more there. You are more physical. You are holding the fucking steering wheel. You're like two hands on the steering. Even if you're tired and you put one hand here, you're still holding the steering wheel strong, firmly. In the car, you can just put your finger on the fucking steering wheel. There is a difference. There is a chair there. You are leaned back. Maybe you're tired and you put your head back like that. You can do that shit on the fucking bike, which means you're more conscious. You're more there. You're more focused. You're turning the bike. You gotta move your body. You're not sitting in a chair just fucking doing that with your hand. hand, you know what I mean? So a biker is always going to be more focused, first of all. Second of all, a bike is a short, small fucking vehicle, you know what I mean? He can go towards the right hand side, the left hand side. He does not cause panic, you know what I mean? He can easily swerve through. So it's not causing you problem, it's not blocking as much as a car will go, especially in a car that's going spastic, is stepping over the line, is blocking shit, is causing problems to the other guy, to the guy behind. Like a bike was usually will not going to do that, you know what I mean? And in the worst case scenario, there's a fucking idiot on the bike, like I've seen delivery drivers and the fucking like talking on the phone, the guy one there, but there's less of those dickheads, you know what I mean? Whereas if you pay attention at the cars, and just as you're driving with your bike, have a look inside the cars and see how many people are talking on the phone. 8 out of 10 people are talking on the fucking phone. They're either looking at it or they're speaking on it. And that's a huge fucking percentage. Bikes wise, you see one guy in 10. You know what I mean? Maybe he's like a young kid and shit. He's like calling his study on his phone, like, or is a delivery driver or something. Like 1 in 10. Most of them are like that and just fucking driving. You know what I mean? So there's a huge vice versa statistic when it comes to that. So because we're talking generalities, like I said in the beginning of the video, you cannot consider the bikes to be the fucking same thing. Bikers are more aware of their surroundings. Even biker running the red light, he will not fucking endanger them because he can get killed, man. Cars are the only ones that I've seen when it goes fucking orange, just open the thing and then just go through the red light. A bike is much more rare. 1 in 10 guys will do this type of shit. So based on the 1/10 of the population of the bikes, you can't say that I'm going to enforce stricter laws and cameras everywhere. And yeah, we're gonna fuck it up because one dickhead is doing it. No, it's the car's fault. And that's another thing that I want to mention as well. There's a couple of people in life in general, but also on the roads, where a new thing comes out like a law, and they make this comment of did you hear about the new law that's coming out? They're gonna fuck you up. Any person that says that, whether it's about the road or off the road, you're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot. What are you looking forward? A stricter law to come out to fuck people up? No, you're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot if you do that, you know what I mean? I look at people talking on the fucking phone, you know what I mean? I never think to myself, I wish there was a fucking copper here with a bat, and whenever whoever had the phone smacks on the fucking head. No, you don't say that shit. You don't take it to the other extreme. The solution is not strictness. People do not respond. People do not learn by force. They respond to force and strictness, but they don't learn. To educate, you have to kind of self-consciously educate yourself. You can't wait for a teacher to teach you this. You can't wait for anybody to do this. You know what I mean? So the solution is not stricter laws. You're gonna put stricter laws, some people will get fines, and whenever there's no camera, they'll find ways to go around it. You know what I mean? They will do some other fucking spastic shit that there might not be a law. You know what I mean? You might put more laws on passing red light. Yeah, swerving on the fucking lane, you ain't gonna fucking fix it. What's the camera gonna do? It's gonna fucking calculate distance, and if a guy is like frequently going like this, it's gonna give him a ticket. Yeah, but that shit is gonna cause a fucking accident. You know what I mean? No, you not paying attention is gonna cause a fucking accident. So it's just fucking running the fucking light. You know what I mean? So I wanna not tone and focus everybody's attention that don't be a fucking idiot like that. You know what I mean? Don't be a fucking idiot like that. And try to be patient. Okay, you're not in a rush. Try to behave like. I'm just gonna give 3 things. Okay, 1, try to be patient. Actually 4, try to be patient on the road. Be patient in life general. But I mean, I'm trying to learn my kid this thing. You know? I mean, little kids are very energetic. They don't have the patience. But I'm trying to get it across to him. I'm telling him, patience is virtue. Is one of the biggest virtues in life. You gotta be patient. You know what I mean? And if you're patient, it means you're going to read the road. So second tip is read, and how can I say, behave accordingly. Adjust, adapt, and change your behavior based on the road. You know what I mean? You cannot go out there and say, I've got an 8-liter car and I drive like this. No, you and your car don't dictate how you're going to drive. The road conditions are going to dictate how you drive. Maybe one day is heavy on traffic. Chill the fuck out. Chill the fuck out, you know what I mean? I've seen people where there's a lot of traffic, I'm on the left lane, which in Greece is the faster lane. I'm going, let's say, 110. I'm passing some guys that are like 90 or 100 on the middle lane, and there's some guy behind with a fucking sport car. It's like, goes like that, throws his lights, does that. What the fuck are you doing, man? I know you got a sport car, and maybe usually you just go fucking 300 miles an hour, but read the road. Even if I move on the side, there's another guy in front of me. Even if he moves on the, how many people are gonna move on the side, man? The whole world is gonna move on the side for you. And even if that is the case, and that, you're still going to stop. So you're not going to drive as if there was nobody there. There's people there. You know what I mean? Some of these people I go on the middle lane. Because I try to give them away, you know what I mean? Because I realize that the fuck is stupid. So on other people, I think to myself, fuck it, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna risk it and go to the left hand side just because of one guy wants to fucking thing. And I stay there. The way that they go fucking spastic. They go fucking spastic. They're a fucking rage, man. They're raging and shit, and they take it to fucking extremes, you know what I mean? And there's, like I said, there's not just fucking Greece. I've seen road rage in Australia and America and England, many fucking different places that I've been, you know what I mean? People go fucking spastic. They got the problems, the stress in their mind, and then whatever little thing happens on the road, they're ready to just jump on your fucking, on your case. Like, what the fuck, man? Relax. Like, the other guy might have not have seen you. He might have done that. He might have done this. I mean, I've seen a guy that's the same way behind you. He goes like that. He goes on the right lane, on the middle lane. He was doing zigzags and shit. At some point, I passed him again, and I wasn't realizing it because he was not able to go. You know what I mean? If there's a lot of traffic, how are you gonna go? You can't fly. You're not a fucking idiot. Don't be an idiot. You know what I mean? And I see him at some point that I pass him by, and as I'm approaching him, I thought to myself, and I wasn't doing it on purpose to piss him off. I thought to myself, isn't that the fucking guy that went spastic before? And as I was driving past, I look at him, and he straight away, as soon as I passed, he turns around quickly at me. He looks at me, and he goes, he says something from his car. So think about that. He saw me. He got pissed. To him, I was his problem. I mean, if you go get a gun and shoot me, you will shoot me. Then he started driving around fast, and he kept in his mind where I was. So when I was approaching him, which I was behind him, I mean, he straight away turned around. So, dude, you're filling up your head with shit, which has got nothing to do with the fucking road. Okay, so just an advice, try to understand, try to be conscious. That's that third hint. And the last thing that I try to do, okay, is before you go, pause for 10 seconds, not long. 10 seconds in your life is nothing. So when I'm in the car, usually what I do is I pause. Personally, what I do is I do my cross, but because people, you know, they might not be religious, they might not be Christian, they might not be whatever, you know what I mean? But usually what I do is when I get on my bike, I set up everything. I think just before I go, I do my cross. My cross, I go. If I'm in the car, same thing, I do my cross. It's a good practice, but I'm trying to find ways to possibly help people. If you don't want to do your cross, just stay still. Once you're ready to leave, you're in your car, just stop and say something in your mind. Think of a positive thing. Of let me get to where I want to go. I mean, it doesn't have to be, oh dear God. You don't have to do a prayer. You know what I mean? Like, just wish if you're with your wife on the trip, wish we have a good trip, guys. You know what I mean? Just take a little bit of time, a little bit of pause to understand that you're starting a different process in your life. It might be a daily routine process, but there's a difference there. So you gotta, that might help you change your mentality. I don't know what to say. I really don't have the fucking answers. It's just that, anyway, I don't this is the only thing that can come to mind. I don't know how else to help people, but what you are doing on the road is fucking dangerous. It's fucking dangerous, and the problem is not bikes, and the problem is not another thing that I noticed where people get mistaken, you know what I mean? You have 90% if not more of people doing all these bad behaviors that I'm saying. They're bored, they try to pretend like I'm all that, I'm not gonna let anybody pass because yeah, go fuck yourself. Like they've got that mentality, this arrogance on the road, and usually those people hate on bikers that go fast and they take a quick turn and they skim through traffic. Those guys are not your fucking problem. They're not your problem, you know what I mean? How can I say this? A biker that is obsessed and he's full on his feelings, 110% focused on the road, taking a turn, you don't know what's going on through his mind, you know what I mean? And if you have not lived it, then shut the fuck up and just open your mind. He's obsessed, he's got 110% focus, he's read the road, he's testing his bike, he's turning a turn, he's full focused, he's getting the feedback, which is very sudden and very close. It's not like a car, you're on, it's a different feeling, and he's on the zone and he's doing what he's doing. He's not bothering you, he's not bothering you in any way, he's not causing problems. You're the fucking idiot that's causing problems, you know what I mean? The bad circumstances on the roads in general are caused by you being a fucking idiot, not being conscious, being bored, doing whatever the fuck you're going to do to occupy yourself in your car, not paying attention, and just, oops, sorry, I didn't see you, but I fucking ran you over. Stop doing that shit, you know what I mean? Because you're bored and you can't get there, the other guy is not your problem. It's not your fucking problem. I mean, people hate on bikers for that. They're stuck on traffic and they see a bike like, look at that fucking bike. You're hating on him because there's a lot of cars, a lot of traffic, and he's able to go through. And you're hating on him. You're hating on him. It's like being a little fucking 6-year-old kid, you know what I mean? And saying, if I cannot have a lollipop, no one is gonna have a lollipop. Go fuck yourself. 90, if not more, people, drivers, car drivers, and usually car drivers that don't know about bikes, on the road are like that. Little fucking inbred kids. Little inbred kids, you know what I mean? They will close the way so he cannot go if I cannot go. Dude, think about that. Think about that. Like you have not grown up. You're still 6-year-old in your fucking mind. Make way. Make way for people. Let other people pass where you can. Don't like stop because you want somebody to pass, slam on the brakes and fucking do a pileup behind you just to actually show, look, I stopped and I let somebody go. No, you fucking idiot. If you're going too fast and you don't have time and there's somebody close behind you, don't let the other guy pass. You know what I mean? Try to be aware. When cars are stopped on the traffic lights, try to leave a little bit of distance. Don't go behind him on his fucking ass. Try to leave a little bit of distance, you know what I mean? So maybe another car can pass by. It's just, that is awareness. Don't be a fucking idiot. Don't pay attention to your mobile phone. Don't pay attention to this. Pay attention to the fucking road, you know what I mean? Put some music. You're in your car. You have music. Put some music. You want to think of a little bit. There's a lot of traffic ahead. Think about some things that you can do, you know what I mean? Not drift the fuck off and just like daydream. You know what I mean? Think about some things. Pay attention to the road, some things. You can't do both. Then don't think about fucking nothing. Pay attention to the goddamn fucking road. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Set your priorities straight. Anyway, I think it's been like half an hour or something. This is just the video that I wanted to do. Just dedicated on talking about road regulations. Road regulation, road laws. I don't know what I'm going to call the video. Road etiquette, whatever. I'll see what the fuck I want to call it. I just want to give that the idea out, explain how I do it, show that it is possible to do it, okay? And some people might believe me, some might not believe me, but if like, open your mind and think of the possibility that what I'm saying is actually the way that I'm saying it. I might be a fucking idiot, you know what I mean? I might be lying. You might be saying like that. Okay, think that I am the way I am. And then ask yourself, how the fuck is that guy doing it? Then there are other people like me, obviously. But a huge, and I'm talking about in generalities again, I say, a huge, if not, you know, like 90% more of people are driving spastic on the fucking road. Why be like that? Why have a look at those type of people and use them as an example? No. You know what I mean? This should not be your role models. Your role model should be somebody which is like what I'm explaining. You know what I mean? What I'm doing, and not just because it's me. Somebody that you see that is driving nice on the road. You know what I mean? And there has been times like that as well. You know what I mean? There has been times, and because most of them are going fucking spastic, vice versa is happening. I'm actually starting to really notice when somebody's following the line. When I say following the line, following the line. There's been a time with my wife, we have gone a long trip, and I go to her, have you seen, that guy is actually driving good, you know what I mean? Goes, and she goes, yeah, I've been seeing for like half an hour now, we're going to the village, and I was actually thinking about it, but I didn't say nothing. I go to her, did you realize that we're actually paying attention because it's so evident, because there's like 1 in 10 guys that do it, how different it looks when somebody's driving properly. This is possibly what we look like from the outside. She goes, yeah, I know. People are fucking idiots, you know what I mean? Everybody's going like that. And then at some point you see a guy going in a straight line, it actually becomes more evident. So when you see guys like that, because you will see them, you will see me, you will see other guys on the road driving like that, take example of that. Make that to be your role model, not the other guys. Because everyone's going fucked, I'm gonna go fucked as well. No, not because somebody cut you off, you got the right to cut other people off. No, dude, no. Just look at how some people drive and learn how to drive like that as well, you know what I mean? Don't step on your fucking lines, be within your lines. Leave the same distance between the left hand side and right hand side. If you see, and vary it on the circumstances. Read what is going on. A lot of traffic, go slower. There's a bike coming, go a little bit to the right hand side. Shift it a little bit like that. Make it comfortable for other people. And think about this, if I cannot convince you, okay? If your role in life is, and I've said it in previous things, is to serve, is to provide. Now, the worst thing, in my opinion, that somebody can do is be a burden on society. Think about it like that. Think about how much of a burden you can become to how many people in one of your travels if you're driving like an idiot. How many bikes are going to pass you? How many people are going to think inside their head, what a fucking idiot? Negative energy. You're being a burden. How many cars are you going to bother with your shit? How many people you're going to endanger? So you're becoming a burden. Don't be a fucking burden on society and on other people. Don't be a fucking burden. You know what I mean? If you cannot help, okay, which to me I would say serve, try to actually make the life easier, actively make the life of somebody else easier. You can't do that. At least don't be a fucking burden. Don't be a burden. That's the worst fucking shit, man, that you can fucking possibly do. Anyway, I'd like to thank everybody for your time, and I'll bid you good night. Good night.